4 high schools, 7 middle schools, 1 college, and a university, and much more. Now introducing your most comprehensive weekly local sports show in Madison County, the Richmond Register Sports Show. The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Platinum Roofing, Solar and Green Solutions. Voted Richmond's best roofer 7 years in a row. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Here's your host for all things local sports, the Richmond Register sports editor, Nathan Hutchison.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. My name is Nathan Hutchinson. I'm the sports editor of the Richmond Register. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Don't have an in-studio guest with us this week, but we do have lots of great interviews. We have lots of stuff to talk about: high school basketball, college basketball, high school football news, middle school wrestling results, all kinds of good stuff. And in addition to that, on Thursday, we had a chance to sit down and have a nice long conversation with Samantha Cornelison, who is currently a sophomore point guard at Transylvania University, the number 2 ranked Division III team in the country, and is also the newest addition to the All-Southern team. She was inducted into that amazing fraternity on Thursday night. So we got a lot of stuff to tell you about. I just don't have anybody here with me. It's just me and Randy, so you'll have to sit and look at me. Sorry, folks. That's okay. But high school. We'll start off with high school hoops. A good week for the Madison Central Lady Indians. 2 games, 2 big wins over 11th region rivals. On Tuesday, it was a 72-42 win at Lexington Catholic. And then on Friday, an 81-35 win at home over Scott County. The Lady Indians moved to 14-4 on the season. In the win over Lexington Catholic, Bailey Hensley 27 points, 10 rebounds. Brittany Campbell 13 points. Natea Strader with 11 points. 58% shooting from the field for the Lady Indians. And then on Friday night, back at home for the first time since December the 22nd, Madison Central jumped out to a 19-2 lead and just rolled past the Lady Cardinals of Scott County. Hensley with 15 points and 10 rebounds. Natea Strader 12 points, 7 steals, 5 rebounds. 13 different players scored in what was a feel-good win on a long overdue homecoming for the Lady Indians. And afterwards, we got a chance to talk to Coach Scott True and Natea Strader. We're here at Madison Central High School, where the Lady Indians have picked up an 81-35 win over Scott County. Coach Scott True, Natea Strader. Coach, 2 games this week against 11th region opponents, 2 big lopsided wins. You got to feel good about your team's play this week.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I thought our defense, our rebounding was better this week. We did some really good things there. We shot the ball well because we took good shots, and we got offense from our defense. And our shooting percentage goes up. The thing I love tonight is we had 23 assists. At halftime, we had 14 baskets and 13 assists. And when you're like that, you're hard to guard, and we did a really good job of that tonight.
Yeah, so Taya get an assist for bouncing it off the girl's back on the inbound pass.
I think she does.
For that?
To yourself. She did miss the layup, but it's a good assist. But she's got a good lip going tonight. It's all good. She's got battle scars.
Yeah, I love you. You busted your lip early in the second half there, and what did the coaches tell you? Don't get it on your uniform.
Yeah, I was like walking like this, and it started dripping down my chin. I was like, I can't get it on my jersey.
We were giving her a pretty good hard time about that once we realized she was okay.
I mean, I know we're joking, but you guys are really playing well right now. It's 2 big wins this week. You guys, a ton of confidence. I know you're over here. You guys are mugging for me and taking pictures afterwards, so you guys are feeling pretty good, and rightfully so.
Yeah, we are. It's fun playing with each other, and we all realize that. So coming to play basketball, it just helps everybody, and we really enjoy playing.
Yeah, and like Coach said, I've noticed in particular the shooting percentages have gone way up, and early in the year you guys were in the 30s, and but now it's you have games in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and so I think that's one of the biggest differences I've noticed. Getting better shots and making them, I guess, right?
Yeah, we try to help each other with that, doing partner shooting all the time, and it helps encouraging other people to make them feel good about their shot. Even if you miss, you still can keep shooting. It's gonna go in.
Yeah, and I know you guys love when the younger kids can get in there at the end. That's the biggest reaction is when some of those younger kids score.
We're their biggest fans. We love watching them.
All right, well, you going to give them the rest of the weekend off here, Coach?
Well, they get tomorrow off.
Yeah, hopefully.
We got to play Monday, so we'll come in Sunday for a little bit and try to get ready for a very good Montgomery County team Monday.
All right, congratulations. Thanks. I appreciate Coach Anatea taking the time to talk to us afterwards there. Anatea, she was bleeding pretty good from that lip there and was gashing pretty good. But a fun time was had by all, even with a little blood there. Sometimes that comes with the territory. So, like I said, 14-4 on the season now for the Lady Indians, back in action Monday at Montgomery County. Madison Southern Lady Eagles, 2 games last week, also two big victories as well. 53-20 win over Garrett County on Thursday night at a game that was played at Berea College. And then on Saturday, a 65-30 win back at home over Harrison County. 12-8 on the season now for Madison Southern. Like so we mentioned, the Garrett County game on Thursday night was supposed to be at Madison Southern, but anyone who lives in Berea knows what happened on Thursday night in Berea. There was a big power outage, and they had to move that game over to Berea College. And it was a late night start. Didn't get started until almost about 9 o'clock down there. But it was Hadley French with 17 points, and Lacey Sandlin and Ashlyn Estep with 7 points each. And then on Saturday, back at home, was Bella Mobberly with 15 points and 5 rebounds against Harrison County. Hadley French and Ashlyn Estep with 11 points. Megan Carell, 9 points, 10 rebounds, 5 steals, and Jada Carter with 8 points and 10 rebounds. Back in action for the Southern Lady Eagles, Tuesday at home against Lincoln County. Berea Community Girls had 3 games in 3 days in 3 different places last week: Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday was a 46-35 loss at Bourbon County. Friday was a 58-35 win at home over Williamsburg. And Saturday was a 45-30 loss at Wayne County. In the win over Williamsburg, Abby Beard had 20 points, Maddie King 14 points, and Sophie Brewer with 8 points. This game was close until the third quarter, where the Lady Pirates outscored Williamsburg 14-4. In the game on Saturday down at Wayne County, it was Maddie King with 12 points, Sophie Brewer with 9 points. Berea shot just 33% as they fall to 12-6 on the season. Next up on the schedule for the Lady Pirates, of course, the All-A Classic right over here at McBrayer Arena. Wednesday morning, 10 a.m., and it seems like it happens every year to Lady Pirates, but tough first-round draw as they get Owen County, who was last year's state All-A champion. So 10 o'clock at McBrayer Arena on Wednesday. Model Lab, Lady Patriots, a couple of games last week. Tuesday, a 55-17 loss at Nicholas County, and then on Friday, a 37-29 win over the Wellspring Guardians here in Richmond. The win over Wellspring was the first victory for the Lady Patriots since December 28th, snapping a 5-game losing streak. Trailed at halftime, but used a big second half to rally for the victory. J.D. Balzer, 16 points. Alyssa Hudson, 7 points. Avery Tuttle with 6 points. 5-7 on the season, and the Lady Patriots are back in action Wednesday at Eminence. Over to the high school the boys side of high school basketball. We'll start off with Madison Southern. 2 games and 2 wins last week. Tuesday, a 91-90 win over Dunbar, and on Saturday, a 91-81 win on the road over Clinton County. 14-6 now on the season for the Eagles. And listen to some of these stats, folks. The Eagles have scored 90 or more points 6 times this season. They have scored 1,515 points on the season, which is by far the most of any team in the 11th region, and they are averaging 75 points per game. We'll start off with Tuesday night. So here's the scenario, folks. Madison Southern is up 89-87 with about 25 seconds left, and Dunbar has the ball inbounds, and this is what happened. As you saw right there, it was Jay Rose with the game winner with about 10 seconds left, and Dunbar missed what would be the game-winning shot there just before the buzzer as Madison Southern holds on for the 91-90 win over Dunbar. Braden Hudson, new career-high 36 points in that victory. Jay Rose, 19 points, and Kaysen Nabi with 14 points. And afterwards, we got a chance to talk to Braden Hudson and Jay Rose. Madison Southern High School, where the Eagles have picked up a 91-90 thrilling win over Dunbar. Braden Hudson, Jay Rose. You guys had about a 12-point lead with a little bit more than a minute to go. They came back and took the lead. Last possession, Jay, you had the ball in your hand, and I didn't think you were going to give it up, and you did, and you went right to the rack. What were you thinking there?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the play before that, they just made a three or something, and I knew they were going to be scattered, so we got it out the net. I was already going, and I mean, with 10 seconds, there ain't much I can do, and I see the cup right there. It's like tunnel vision. So I got it. My teammates trusted in me, and then I got it done.
Yeah, well, great composure for you guys. I mean, to be up by 19 at one point, they take the lead in the last seconds there, and you guys didn't blink.
Yeah, we've struggled defensively all year, so like we've tried. Like at halftime, we knew it was going to be like we were up. I don't know how much, but we had like a 10-point lead or something.
Oh, yeah, 10 points.
And we knew that they was going to come back at some point. And like we just had to keep our composure, and I wouldn't have wanted the ball in anybody else's hands besides Jay, and I'm glad he got it done for us.
6 threes, 36 points, that career high.
Yeah.
If he didn't have that 36, I'm telling you, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah. But like I said, by 19 at one point, like it was on cruise control. But you had a couple players get injured, a couple players foul out, and then it all just kind of seemed to fall apart.
Yeah, and it just shows like some people had to step up that usually don't have to. Like Micah, I told him when he came in, I was like, you got to be tough. And what's he do? He grabs that game-winning rebound, and I know Vince so proud of him.
I mean, like those guys, man, you see them in practice and stuff. Like we're always, beating them up, pushing them, and all that. And then look, games like this, times like this, we need them, and they come through for us.
90 points for the 5th time this season. But you gave up 90s. I'm sure Coach is going to let you hear about that, right?
Oh yeah, we was asking for tomorrow off, but yeah, he's making us come in because we ain't very good at defense yet. Like we know we don't have to worry about offense that much, but defense we got to
lock up.
Yeah. Well, the win's a win, though. Congratulations, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right, and we also got a chance to talk to Coach Bill Bevins after the big win. Madison Southern High School, where the Eagles have picked up a 91-90 win over Dunbar in a thrilling game. Here's Coach Bill Bevins. Coach, you guys were up 19 at one point. They take the lead with about 10, 12 seconds left, and it was gut check time for your guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy finish. We played well kind of early on and got a lead, and then we struggled and let them back in it. So back and forth, they're a good team for sure. So they got some great players. They got a great coach. I respect those guys for sure. They come in here, ready to play. So it was good for our guys to have to go through that. The swings of up and down and having to fight through it at the end and try to find a way to win. And tonight we did, which is good. I told them, we got to learn from that and then move on as well and take that on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean, at the end there, you got players fouled out, you got players that are injured. It was kind of chaos, but of course, Jay, just calm and cool, collective as ever, just took that ball and said, "I'm going to go to the rack and win this thing."
Yeah, absolutely. So Kaysen was out. I think he was injured. I had Ashton Hazelwood was out, injured. Zach had fouled out. We had a lot of guys that we normally count on to do stuff for us, to guard, to rebound, to handle the ball, and those guys were out, and Dunbar made a run, and man, they hit a big shot in the corner down there, and it was kind of chaos there for a second, and it hit my mind, do I want to call timeout and set something up? But it was kind of helter-skelter there a little bit, to steal a phrase from my dad, Jay got it and was going down the floor, and I'm like, you know what, I trust him. I'm gonna let Jay go make a play. So he's a great player, and he went and made a play and won the game for us. So it was big.
Yeah, and they get one last shot from the same corner. They hit the go-ahead one there. There could be a few. As that ball's in the air, you kind of have to be holding your breath.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like that last 25 seconds lasted for about 3 hours. It was fun though. Those are kind that are fun to watch for sure, and they're fun to coach in. It's better when you come out on the winning side. So yeah, we found a way to win this one, which is good. So.
Well, the Eagles were back in action Saturday way down in Albany against Clinton County, and didn't have Kaysen Nobby or Ashton Hazelwood, who were both dealing with some injury issues, but that didn't slow down the Madison Southern's high-flying offense as they picked up the 91-81 win. Zach Hudson, 25 points and 7 rebounds. Braden Hudson, 24 points, and Avery Davidson with 20 points. Eagles have won 6 out of 7, and they're back at home in a marquee matchup on Tuesday night in Berea, 8 o'clock against North Laurel. And you know who plays for North Laurel, Randy? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Reed Shepherd. So get there early if you want to get a good seat. That one should be a good one down there. So Madison Central also had 2 games this week. They also were shorthanded. Parker Mullins has been dealing with a knee injury. and so he did not play in either game. On Tuesday, the Indians picked up an 85-63 win at West Jessamine, and then on Friday suffered a heartbreaking 61-59 loss at Frederick Douglass. 10-9 on the season now for Madison Central. In the victory over West Jessamine, it was Robbie Todd, 31 points and 11 rebounds. Jaden West, 26 points and 10 rebounds. Jalen Davis, 19 points. Madison Central was 13 of 26 from three-point range and 16 of 18 from the free throw line. In a matchup with a really good Frederick Douglass team that only has 2 losses on the season, on Friday, Central had the lead for a lot of the first half, and the game was tied several times in the closing seconds, and actually Jalen Davis tied this thing up at 59-59 with just a few seconds left, but Frederick Douglass had one last shot. They missed, but got a putback at the buzzer to pick up the victory. It was Davis with 24 points and West with 23 points and 10 rebounds. Central back on the road again Tuesday at Lincoln County. Model Lab Patriots had 3 games last week and were able to pick up a couple of wins. On Tuesday, a 62-55 win at Thomas Nelson. On Thursday, a 68-57 win at home over Lee County. And then on Friday, a 69-60 loss at Jackson County. The win over Thomas Nelson, it was Cale Vickers, 16 points, Leighton Coleman, 10 points and 8 rebounds, Dylan Crockett, 9 points and 7 rebounds, and in the victory over Lee County, it was Cale Vickers with 20 points, 4 3-pointers for him, Keshav Bandari with 16 points, and Riley Millette with 9 points and 4 rebounds. 7-10 on the season now for the Patriots. They're back in action Tuesday at home against East Jessamine. Berea Community had a pair of games this past week as well. On Tuesday, a 58-40 loss at Estill County, and then on Saturday, a 61-29 win at home over Legion Homeschool in the Bill Smallwood Classic. In the win over Legion, it was Liam Brewer, 12 points, Matthew Isaac, 7 points, Wiley Reed, 7 points, Jake Mills and Javen Randall with 6 points each as well. 7-14 on the season for Berea, and they're back in action Monday at Frankfort Christian. All right, moving on to college basketball news from the past week. We'll move into the Collegiate Conference of the South, and Berea College and the Lady Mountaineers just keep rolling along. The hottest team in Madison County, 17-1, 9-0 in the CCS. On last Sunday after we filmed this show, they picked up a 77-63 win at home over Piedmont, and then on Saturday, an 85-59 win at Maryville. In the win over Piedmont, it was Destiny Combs with 22 points and 7 rebounds, and Lincala James with 20 points and 11 rebounds. And after that game, we got a chance to talk to Coach Trent Milby.
Well, we're here at the Seabury Center where Berea College has picked up a win over Piedmont University. Coach Trent Milby. And Coach, even going back to the USA South days, Berea College and Piedmont, always a war, right?
It is. They're well coached. They play hard. They can shoot they can obviously shoot the ball. Every team she's had can shoot the basketball. But today our size inside kind of, it took the game over there in the third quarter and fourth quarter. And Lynn Kayla James, we call her Big Lynn, but she was a force down there. And it's great to have a player like him.
Yeah, I was gonna mention her because didn't play a lot early in the year, but getting a lot more playing time and turned into a double machine.
She's got back into some shape and she moves good for her size. She's very skilled. She can rebound the basketball. She can score. She can actually step out and shoot threes and 15-foot shots too. So she's a handful down there. We just got to keep getting her in a little better shape where she can play longer periods of time. But she's a force.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have had a big interior player like that down here in a while.
Honestly, I don't think we've ever had one that can score like she can. Nikisha Green was a great defender and a great rebounder, but on the offensive side, she wasn't near as good as Big Lynn. But she did her thing, holds the record for rebounds. But as far as scoring the basketball, when we need a basket, we can throw it down there at the block.
Yeah, and you mentioned their three-point shooting is really good, and they hit a bunch in the first half, and that's what gave them the lead.
Well, they were hitting them in the first half because we were losing them. We wasn't really paying attention to the detail of their shooters. We talked about that at halftime, and then they went 1 for 9 in the second half from 3, and that kind of, when you step out, we can switch out, know who the shooters are, and get back on defense. our defense can kind of take over the game.
Yeah, still undefeated in the league and top of the standings. Got to feel pretty good about where you guys are at.
We are. What's that make? 16-1. We have a goal. Obviously, the goal is to win them all. And get the tournament here, win that, go to the NCAA. But this is a very good team. Leah Hampton's still coming off that Achilles surgery, so she probably shouldn't even be back, but she's playing through it. And her presence out there just changes the whole team, and everybody's stepping up and playing.
All right, well, congratulations.
I appreciate it.
All right, and then the win over Maryville, it was Jaden Merriweather with 21 points, Aaliyah Hampton and Madison Howe with 12 points each, and Lincala James with 11 points and 14 rebounds. Lady Mountaineers, like I said, 17-1 on the season. Only loss coming to the number 2 ranked team in Division III, and that being Samantha Cornelson's Transylvania Pioneers. But Berea back in action Wednesday at home against Covenant College, and they got to keep those wins coming because this year the CCS, being a brand new league, does not get an automatic bid into the Division III National Championship, so they will need to get an at-large bid, and the more wins they can rack up, the better to improve their resume to get an at-large bid, which, talking to some folks down there, they feel pretty confident they will get one, but you never know. On the men's side of the Berea College basketball scene the past week, like I said, last Sunday after we filmed this show, the Mountaineers picked up a 71-69 win over Piedmont at home, and then on Saturday suffered a 89-65 loss to preseason league favorite Maryville down in Tennessee. 11-8 on the season now for Berea College, 3-3 in the CCS. In the win over Piedmont, it was Trey Minner with 24 points, including the game-winning jumper with about 4 seconds left. Isaac Cottle, 15 points. Bryce Riley, 11 points and 5 rebounds. And in the game against Maryville, Berea was only down by 7 points at the half, but the Scots scored 55 points in the second half to pull away for the victory. In that one, it was Trey Minter again with 22 points, Jacob Urey with 12 points, and Bryce Riley with 10 points. And the Mountaineers were also back in action Wednesday at home in a doubleheader against Covenant College at the Seabury Center. We've spoken about it many times on here and on our nightly show as well, that since the EKU men's basketball team has joined the A-Sun, life on the road in the A-Sun has not been very nice for the Colonels, but that's beginning to change finally. They didn't win a road game their entire first year in the league, but they've already surpassed that total this year with a couple of wins, and they went on the road last week for a 2-game trip to Tennessee and got a big split on Thursday, a 75-62 loss at Lipscomb, but then on Saturday, a big 74-59 win over longtime rival Austin Peay. In the loss to Lipscomb, 4 of 28 from three-point range. That was the big difference there. Leland Walker, 17 points. Devontae Blanton, 14 points and 7 rebounds. And against Austin Peay, this game was nip and tuck pretty much the whole way until the end, when EKU closed out the game on a 12-0 run to pick up a much needed road victory. It was Devontae Blanton, 20 points and 11 rebounds. Isaiah Kozar, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Tayshawn Comer, 11 points. EKU, once again, not good from three, just 2 of 14 from three-point range, but they do get that road victory. And it's 13-8 on the season now for the Colonels, 6-2 in the A-Sun, including 2 A-Sun road wins, so making progress. So coming up for the Colonels, this is the Bellarmine week. They will play Bellarmine twice this week, Thursday up in Louisville, and then Saturday back here at Alumni Coliseum. The EKU women's team had an interesting week. They were supposed to have 2 home games, and Thursday was supposed to take on Jacksonville University at McBrayer Arena, but Jacksonville University had some issues and did not have enough eligible players. So that game was postponed and will be played actually Monday at noon over at Alumni Coliseum. But they did get back on the floor Saturday at McBrayer and picked up a 71-41 win over North Florida. Antoinette Walker, 25 points and 11 rebounds. Daniela Ramey, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. And Alice Recanati, 9 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. 11-8 on the season for the Colonels, 4-2 in the A-Sun. And like I said, Monday afternoon, or actually Monday at noon, McBrayer Arena against Jacksonville. And some news from earlier in this week you may have already heard, but we'll rehash it just in case you have not. the KHSAA announced its realignment of districts for football for the 2023-2024 season. This is just for the 2 seasons, and years past they've done it in 4-year blocks. They've just done it for 2 this time around, so we will probably see another realignment in 2025. But all of this realignment is done based on the enrollment numbers for the schools, the most current numbers that were provided to the KHSAA by the member institutions. And it's kind of good news, bad news for here in Madison County, depending on who you root for. Madison Central will stay in the same district with Bryan Station and George Rogers Clark. They will say goodbye to Oldham County, and they will welcome into their district the defending Class 5A state champion Frederick Douglass, who went 15-0 last year and is moving from 5A to 6A this year. So Madison Central's district just got a heck of a lot tougher, considering Oldham County went winless last year and Frederick Douglass went undefeated. So Madison Southern, though, they went from a 5-team district to a 4-team district, which of course guarantees every team in that district spot in the playoffs. Woodford and Collins move out of the Southern's district. Montgomery County moves in, so that district will be Madison Southern, East Jessamine, West Jessamine, and Montgomery County. And the Berea Pirates will stay in the same district with Eminence and Frankfort, but Kentucky Country Day moves out and Sayre moves in. So Sayre a program on the rise, but at least that's closer geographically, better for the fans. Just a short drive up. They play right off of Athens Boonesboro, right up there. So depending on who you root for, there is good news and bad news. So, but obviously Central adding Frederick Douglass makes that district a lot tougher. So, all right, we have some middle school wrestling news. It was the 2023 KWFC Middle School Region 4 tournament in Winchester on Saturday, and the top 4 players in each. The top 4 wrestlers in each weight division move on to the state tournament, which is February 4th in Corbin. And Carson Herbst and Gavin Kinley both took first place. Renzo Watts took second place. And Micah Rose and Gavin Clem were 4th place finishers. 6th place finishers who will serve as alternates in the state tournament are Chance Mills and Jaden Berry. So congratulations to all those young men. And the Madison Central wrestling team will compete this coming Saturday in the state duels up at Atherton High School in Louisville. And like I said, we were hoping to have Coach Fife on this week to talk about that, but a little scheduling conflict, so we'll get him afterwards and maybe heading up to the KHSAA state tournament as well. So like I said, nobody here with us this week, but we did get a chance to sit down with Samantha Cornelison on Thursday night up at Berea College, where they had to move the game to unexpectedly because of the power outage out there, but she was nice enough to go back into the offices of the Berea College coaching staff and sit down and have a nice conversation with us. So here's that video.
What am I, chopped liver?
Yes.
Stack of the week.
Stephanie Miserandino here with IHOP and Partner Destination Athlete, presenting Gavin Kinley with his Stack of the Week. You get your t-shirt, 52 weeks of free pancakes, and your IHOP gift card. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Gavin. Gavin's in 7th grade, wrestling varsity this year. He's got a really bright future.
Stack of the week. The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Platinum Roofing, solar and green solutions. Voted Richmond's best roofer 7 years in a row. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
At this time, we would like to recognize our newest inductee into the All-Southern team at Madison Southern High School, Samantha Cornelison. Samantha has a long and decorated basketball career during her time at Madison Southern. Some of her accomplishments include a 6-year member of the varsity team, the the leading scorer her 8th grade season and beyond. Academic All-State all 4 years of high school, winning 2 44th District Championships, a 2-time All-44th District, including 2 District MVP awards, a 4-time All-11th Region team, a 3-time All-11th Region tournament team, being a part of the 2nd regional win in school history, grabbing 760 total rebounds, and finishing with 2,194 points, which puts her 2nd on the all-time scoring list. She is currently a sophomore at Transylvania University and a member of the women's basketball team. We would like to thank Samantha at this time for all of her hard work and dedication to Madison Southern and to the girls basketball program. Congratulations on such a big achievement and milestone. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a hand to your new friend, Samantha Cornelison.
We're here at Berea College, and we're joined by the newest member of the All-Southern Club, Samantha Cornelison. Samantha, this night didn't quite go as we expected it to. We had the power outage over at Southern, but we came over here to Berea College, and we still get to honor you for your great accomplishments. And I know you could have picked another night, but you had everybody was already here, all your family and everything, so you decided to go ahead and do it. So it's still a pretty special night.
Yes, we had it planned over at Southern, obviously, and it was going to be there, but then I think the wind had knocked a tree down, the power lines, all that, so I had to call. They called me and they was like, you want to do it today or tomorrow? But then I was like, well, I have my coaches coming, my friends, my family, so I was like, we'll just have it here tonight, just because Coach did move practice just for me, to have it today and everything, so I tried to make it work for today, and then Saturday I guess we're going to do something up there as well. But, yeah.
Still special, though. I mean, it was awesome. Everybody was here, and you have the banner and everything, so it was still a cool moment.
Yeah, it was a really special moment, especially having a bunch of people who supported me since I was really young, and even at Southern, and people like my friends now. My coach was here from Transy, Coach Folks and her wife. It was a special moment, yeah.
Yeah. And, it's you're out there at Transy now. You're a sophomore point guard. You're starting to get some playing time, but it's hard to crack into that lineup. You guys are 17-0, the number 2 ranked team in the country in Division III. But you're making your way. So kind of talk a little bit about your role on the team right now.
Obviously, the seniors and all the upperclassmen, they're very talented. My class and the freshmen, we're playing underneath a really good competition. Or not competition, talent. You know what I mean. Mm-hmm. They're really good. But yeah, for my role on the team, she calls my name, I go in, I'm trying not to do too much. I'm just playing my role, I'm just, filling that spot whenever she needs me. I'm there, I'll get some rebounds, some points, and just not doing too much because just trying to crack the lineup, just to get some minutes in. But yeah.
Yeah. He finishes the 2nd all-time leading scorer in program history, so I guess you figured one day you'd have your name up on that banner. Do you think it would come this soon? I mean, you only graduated about a year and a half ago.
I know. I thought it was at least going to be because other people, I've told people, and they're like, you've only been gone for almost 2 years. How is it already happening? I'm like, I don't know. I thought it'd be at least 4 or 5 years from now, honestly. But I think it's cool because I still know a lot of the girls still here. Coach Curtis is here, Coach Jay, Coach Simmons, all the coaches I've literally played with in middle and high school. So I thought that was a really cool experience, just for them to be here, and I love that. So, they might not be here in 4 or 5 years still coaching. So I liked having a bunch of the coaches and some of the players still there. So it was really cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many times you got to see this team play this year. They've had their ups and downs. They started really well. They won a tournament up in Georgetown, and kind of had their ups and downs, which is kind of typical in a long high school season. But what do you see out of these young ladies so far, from what you've been able to see?
Yeah, I've only seen it was about a month ago. I think that's when they was up in Richmond playing Central. Me and my dad went and watched them. And I keep up on social media, on Twitter. I see what you guys post and everything, and they have really good potential. They do have ups and downs here and there. I think they play down to their competition sometimes, and they need to get over that little loop right there, that little hump, just to play to who they can be, because they're a lot better than how they're playing right now. But I think postseason they'll go a long way, and I'm excited to see how far they'll go.
All right, well, congratulations on the honor, and good luck the rest of the way at Transylvania.
Thank you.
Chopped liver. There's the chopped liver.
Chopped
right
liver.
there. Hey, you're going to make a joke like that, I'm going to make you stand in front of the camera.
Oh, okay. Close this out.
Close this out. All right, I appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back next week with a whole new episode. And, of course, we're live Monday through Friday.
Right.
About sometime between 9 and
Over
10, 10:30.
all the game
11
action's
o'clock.
over, that's right.
Yeah, whenever everything's over, we're live on Facebook for Madison County Sports Night Live. And, of course, we kill it on Twitter, Richmond R Sports, and on Facebook, we're Register Sports.
That's right.
Say goodnight, Randy.
Hey, good night, Randy.
See you guys.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Platinum Roofing, Solar and Green Solutions. Voted Richmond's best roofer 7 years in a row. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Stack of the week.
Here with IHOP and partner Destination Athlete, presenting Carson Proctor with his IHOP Stack of the Week. You get your t-shirt, 52 weeks of free pancakes, and your IHOP gift card. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carson. Carson, the past few weeks, has been improving his wrestling game tremendously. He had a couple big pins this weekend. You'll see in the video. Congratulations, Carson.
Stack of the week. Thanks for watching the Richmond Register Sports Show. For more information about all things sports in Madison County, log on to richmondregister.com or on Twitter. And like us, Register Sports on Facebook. Get the Richmond Register directly to your mailbox or get the app online and visit richmondregister.com.